Hello and welcome back to round two.
Welcome again. Caution, I didn't know who was going to do the intro there. You
Oh,
or
mate.
me? What are
It's a bit
those things
flustered.
again?
It went live and I was just,
It's all right. Today, round two, dead air. We have two teams fighting it off.
love a bit of dead air.
Cyberbullies versus Frag4, also known as pubs.
Should be a
Dead air
cracker.
caution, one of your favorite maps, is it not?
Oh, love a bit of fucking dead air.
Dead Air is a legendary map. Tracking back to Left 4 Dead 1. Now, what it should have been a neutral server match today, tonight, wherever you are in the world, we have a home and away. We're going to see two teams play on essentially green ping on two different servers, nearly. This decision was, I suppose, very last minute. I think Team Frag4 were under the impression that they would be playing a neutral server match on EU, but the captain of Team Cyberbullies, I believe, had other plans. He wants to play on a Russian server followed by an EU. So for those of you who thought it would just be a one quick match, you're going to have to stick around for a little longer. While we wait for both teams to ready up, we can do a quick roster rundown. Caution, I will give you the privilege to give a roster rundown of Team Cyberbullies.
Alright, Cyberbullies, we've got Costello, R-Wolf, NF Master, and Gungeons.
NF Master being their captain, and on Team Frag4, commonly known as the Pub Lords, Pubsters, we've got their main lineup, Feels Bad Brian, with Soul. Oh no, Soul, Brian's in here, no Dusty. So they've got Soul, Brian, Spongy, and Peter, with I think Dusty unavailable for this match. I mean, I didn't know that Brian was playing. I think, Caution, you were mentioning to me earlier that you said Dusty was playing this match?
No, Dusty wasn't going to play because they were going to, play EU and RU, so wouldn't make too much sense.
Dusty to play. As both teams looked like they were about to be ready to go, but now we've got a bit of unreadying going on. When's this first tank percentage?
50%. So
50%.
yeah.
You could go in game, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Still waiting a bit, but a few people left to ready up.
I suppose.
Advertisement.
Wolf, shout out to Vanille. Not to Vanille, to himself, rather. I thought he put Vanille's name there because I saw the X in there. But shouting out to himself. No biggie there.
So yeah, 50% tank spawn, nothing too uncommon. It's going to be fought in the greenhouse. They'll have a chance to get the reset pull in the plank, but wouldn't mind a drop tank. That'd be interesting.
That would have been
bit
interesting.
Of a change.
What is that? About 80%? 79%?
Yeah, about 80.
Okay. I got a message coming from Soul. I'll just wait for both teams to ready up before we kick this off. Now, what are your predictions for this match, Caution? Now we've obviously got seed 1 team versus what seed are Cyberbullies?
I think they're around 13, 12, 13.
Let me give you an exact answer. They are seed 12. Cyberbullies at seed 12. Yeah, you called it, right. Versing the reigning champions of most of the recent tournaments, actually. Waiting for 2 more players, Mr. Ra-Wolf and Gunjabas, to ready up before we go live. First hit, however, if I just load up my spec card, but from what I can see, is that a Boomer, Smoker, Hunter, Boomer? 2-2? Is that a 2-2? It is.
I had to reconnect because I got alt tab for some reason, and
Alt tabbing.
it was being very not good.
I need to hide this stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it is a 2-2 though. Smoker Hunter, Boomer, Spitter.
Not too sure why, but my spec HUD is whacking out on this server. Apparently spec HUD is on, but I do not see nothing. I'll
So you're just waiting
also
on
can't
R Wolf
spell.
now.
Yes, we are waiting on R Wolf
Shoe?
before we shoe dub. Shoe dub. Not the biggest of hits for the first one, but I'd imagine that they'll be sending this hit around the crossing of the plank. Hunter has positioned himself on the big roof, and Boomer on the greenhouse roof.
Looks like they might even try and get it early and just save the smoker for the plank. Because they're definitely going to want spawns for the run back across there. And if they wait till they get almost outside, they're not going to have that. They're just going to be relying on the smoker. So
While we wait, we've got a few shout outs from our live viewers. A shout out firstly from Sir to the Caution, Captain of Team Australia, for his amazing work with the map demos, the Equilibriums. How did Rails pronounce it? Aqualax, for his amazing map demos. So a shout out from Sir to Caution. Appreciate that, sir. Moving down the list, we've got a shout. Oh, all right, I'll get to the shout outs later. Going live. Let's go. We got the survivor round being played out by Team Cyberbullies. Playing a, is that a 2-2? Two shotties? Reloading. Oh no, 3-1 actually. 1 shotgun and 3 Uzis.
good luck, have fun. Throwing out in the chat.
Have fun, good luck.
Looks like they're just going to save their hit a bit here. So.
Well, Francis is all the way out. Who is that? Gunjab is all the way out. Trying to see if you can catch an SI off guard or bait someone out. Survivor team now making their way across the plank. But Frag4 remain patient. They've got a strategy here. Oh, the tank's already spawned up. The smoker will try getting the reset pool. Unfortunately, he was a big DP from Spongy onto the good man, losing. How much HP has he lost? 35 HP.
Yeah, big DP coming.
Boomer, unfortunately does not land. Tank in the hands of Peter.
Already set up down bottom. Probably just going to wait until he gets the hit that he feels the most comfortable with, and then climb up on top of the greenhouse roof. Seems to be the go-to commit.
They've got a Jonky, a Charger, and a Smoker. I think this is an ideal hit. Smoker should be taking the roof of the greenhouse as well as the Jonky, and maybe catch off the survivors in the safe room. The Charger has already positioned himself on actually an orthodox position on the other side. Tank rolling in. Peter climbing the top of the greenhouse, making his way in. Oh, Smoker's lost his position. Now out of position for the tank commit. The tank actually gets a big long arm onto Castella.
Tank's slow though, 25%.
Survivor's not actually shooting the tank. He might actually get an in-cap here on Castella. Survivors losing a bit of focus, focusing on the SI for a bit, allowing the tank to get a down onto Castello, and eventually dies. A little unfortunate there. Caution, the smoker falling off the edge.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty decent
no problem.
tank, considering the health that he had when he actually got that in-cap there. Thought it was going to be a rough one for Pete.
Yeah, it would have been a rough one.
I
mean, I don't think the SI really, I can't remember if anything landed. The Charger didn't land, and I don't know about the Jonky. The smoker was turd.
So another 2-2 for this hit. So same hit as their first hit. Kind of smoker, spit a boomer. So kind of need another DP to land at this point, really.
Don't know if that hunter's going for a DP though. It seems like he's going to try and catch off Francis, who runs out and gets pounced with a smoker landing on Zoe. Boomer going for the stumble, unable to land it. So, quite a bit of damage rolling out. A bit of damage. Bonus at 450 points at the moment.
Reloading.
I
As
might
the
go
rush
for this reset.
makes their way. Ooh, that was looking good. Unfortunately, Peter unable to capitalize on that solo.
I'm reloading.
Now,
There'll be 3 spawns there.
yeah, they are only going to have 3 spawns, and there should be a 3 cap. Boomer, correct me if I'm wrong. Jonky gets bunted by Lewis, the charger also missing. The hunter needs to land and dump, getting a good amount of damage onto NF Meister, dropping their bonus by about only 60 points. But the Spitter gets some free damage, dropping it about another 20 points more. So that hit nearly cost him about 100 bonus.
We're just struggling to make it into safety.
You know who's struggling? Soul on that 1 infected damage, boy.
Oh, shout out to Soul.
Wake up! Wake up!
So yeah, 376 bonus. Not a bad start.
Not too bad. Dead Air is known for, you know, a greenhouse tank on map 1. Even if a tank gets, a team gets wiped here, it's no biggie. You can easily catch up on the remainder of them, especially if map 2 is on an apartment tank. That's usually a wipe on both sides. So, decent first round for what seems like the home team, even though both teams have green ping. Waiting on.
Don't forget about those 5 pingers, mate.
Don't forget about them 2 5 pingers, NF Meister and Castell.
So yeah, tank actually spawned a bit quicker than I thought it was going to.
Oh, apologies. I've got to finish off my. The round does seem to be going live, I believe.
Vanille? Do you have to read?
A bit of vanille. Okay, making
Yeah,
sure
I'm
our
gonna go ahead
stream
and
is
blame
awake
Vanille
here.
on that one, to be honest.
Honestly, she thinks she can get away with this kind of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, not when we're around.
We're gonna have to have a chat about this later. Yeah, you laugh right now because only we can hear you, but you, yeah.
Got our eye and you can.
Seems like Team Cyberbullies will try execute the same strategy as Frag4. Now, you did mention, real quick caution, that tank spawned a little earlier than we anticipated, and I'll agree to that because I did think they had to get to at least the entrance of the second apartment. But it seems like all you have to do is cross over the plank real quick and the tank spawns. Currently at 45%.
Yeah, another problem that Frag4 had was Peter that become the tank was also their smoker, so
That's right, they did lose their
Cyberbullies
opportunity.
could get a bit luckier here, and actually, who is the tank?
And guess what? The tank's also in the hands of the smoker again. So both teams kept copying the same amount of misfortune. Nice skeet
This
there
tank's
by
actually
Ryan.
decided to go through the house.
Bit of window of chip. Bit of chip here, but he will drop down, I believe, and go the same route as the previous tank. Now,
So Frag4 maybe did a
Pubstar,
bit of chip there, but
sorry, Frag4 rather, are playing a 2-2 setup here with a good pop there by Frenchman Soul. They're playing a 2-2 setup. 2 shotguns on the floor, followed by 2 Uzis on the top. Now, what's your opinion here, Caution? Would you rather go 3 Uzis? Oh, no, they have switched to 3 Uzis. Looks
yeah, I
like
think 3 is just does
Brian has changed.
like too much damage to pass up on this tank. When he's
Mm.
climbing up and when he's on the roof, it's just the chip's too good.
Now, they haven't got anyone on the roof here, on the roof of the greenhouse. Team
Yeah, Smokers
Cyberbullies.
down bottom for them as well.
This might not be the best of positioning by the SI. The smoker misses, but oh, and the punch doesn't land onto Soul, who manages to get away, kills the smoker in the process. The charger landing onto Francis, 1 pound, and a rock landing on Brian. The tank's getting a good amount of spread, but unfortunately not able to get an in cap on anyone. And I imagine this is a dead tank.
Really well taken by Frag4.
Yeah,
Sol
well
putting
taken.
himself in a good position to get punched away from the tank. The 2
Yep.
hits that he did take. So
I agree. Well taken. 2 of the infectors on nil. A bit of initial damage. I think SI did most of the damage. If anything, the tank only landed about a punch and a rock.
Sol's already
and
up
like,
here.
Sol's up. He's taking it. He's like, you ain't taking my route. And Hunter gets easily skeeted by Sol, who also gets a shutdown on the boom. My man.
Turning
He's
up
working on the
Survivor.
way server. And that spitter gets picked off by
Reloading.
who was that spitter again? An Uzi player. An Uzi player. We'll stick with an Uzi
Go-Go
player.
here. They could.
They are looking at
definitely
Go-Go,
get
and I
inside.
think that was a spitter boomer sack last, which gives them a quad cap. Correct me if I'm mistaken. The survivors are pushing that aggressive. They're going to take the save from me with a good amount of opponent. Save from taken. Team Frag4 in the lead with Castello and Arwolf AFK. God damn, what a round.
Yeah, we were out here giving Sol a bit of shit about the 1, but these two are out here on 0. The old donut.
Come on, boys. It's your home server, boys. You're going to have to do some damage. Seed 1 team. Now, I'll continue doing my shout outs because some people are getting a little upset. So, I just have to wait for this loading screen to allow me to even check my messages here. Come on.
Oh, and we have a late tank.
What's the tank percentage at? We're looking at
83.
83%. An office tank. Haven't seen that as regularly as we do. Oh, the round's already gone live. That's a quick ready up by both teams. Oh, I got to turn up my spec up again.
Yeah, first hit. Jockey, Smoker, Charger, Boomer.
Ooh. Ladder hit, you reckon?
Or not with this set. I think they're better off just going as soon as Frag4 come outside. Maybe try and get a trike up, and even if they could sack the Charger first to get another like charge spit in the hallway. It seems like they're looking to go ladder, so
They are taking their time clearing out the comment. I should be able to squeeze in my quick shout out to DDA, who's requested a shout out for team from Dudley. So there's your shout out, buddy. From Dudley, old mate Dudley. Didn't he have a shock rubber tank on this map? Caution, but let's not talk about that. That's past. Smoker misses on build. The jockey dies in the process. The Charger also misses. Gets 2 punches in the process while the Smoker lands a bit of slip slap.
a bit of damage, you know.
A bit of damage. Nothing too brutal. Nothing too brutal.
The important thing is, I think the 2 people that had donuts last round have got points this round, so off
Yeah,
to a
on
better
the
start
mark. On the board. Round 2 on the board.
Reloading.
Unless they're going to go in here. Jockey's landed.
Hunter trying to get
ski.
another soul. Another
It's a
soul for
shutdown.
Skeet, I was going to say. Another Skeet for Soul. We're going to have to keep a counter on how many Skeets he's going to land because this French man, I'm telling ya, when he's in form, when he's when he's popping off, he's cheating. He's got one of the most consistent players I've seen. On his day, he can shut down a whole hit on his own. Next hit, not too dangerous. The Boomer trying an ambitious boom from the room next door gets shut down in the process. They are holding off the jockey, Hunter and Smoker.
Yeah, seems like should be getting a quad off this next one, so we're gonna just try and go for a quad in here, I guess, or hold it for outside.
Yeah. Now, I see 3 team members in Frag4 tagged up in Frag4. 3 team members in Frag4 have tagged up. Sol being the special one in this case does not land that speed. Disappointment. That is disappointing. He didn't land the speed there. I'm not too happy. However, I've seen about 4 hits and NF Meister still on 0 points.
He's on 5 pings where he's on the struggle bus.
Yeah, look, it can be hard playing on 5 pings sometimes, caution. Let that be known.
I believe.
Should have a 2-2 here with a a hunter and a charger. The boomer tries to go early again, dies in the process. That will only give him another boomer for another hit. Now, if they're going to be saving here, they're going to get a...
Look, they might want to try and go inside with this charge. But here's the hunter's pre-spawned. Maybe looking for a walk.
Pre-spawn. Here comes another ski. I'm calling. Oh, dead. The charger shut down, but unfortunately the spinner managed to get a spit out. But looking at an event hold with survivors that healthy, I wouldn't be too upset, especially with the narrow corridors. You know, you've got at least 2 opportunities to land a spit charge there. They have done quite well.
Yeah, I think Frag4 kind of showing why they're like one of the better teams in the game at the moment. You know, just shutting down these hits like they're nothing. Boomer's just whiffed.
I'll give you a hard R drop. Hey, so I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll drop that hard R.
Don't you dare.
Rajesh! Just joking. Got him.
So I think there's another quad coming up here in a second. Charger. So maybe a bit of a deathy here. Bit of a death charge. Oh. Oh, this could...
Oh, good. Let's take the charger. Oh, get some... Oh no, that's 2 off the ledge, but the charger got a nice chest bump. Bit of a half-eye to Soul. That was a... I'd be a little annoyed, a little cranky at... Shout out to Sir with the chest bump, am I right? I love you, Sir. That's just kidding. Yeah, that could have been a little more scary.
Just blame Sir. That's what everyone else does.
I mean, he may have given away his servers, but Sir, you're forever tied down to these servers, buddy. These servers, left it to the game. You'll never be able to detach yourself from it.
So survivors lost at that 80% like that spawned. Tanks
spawned real quick. They've got a jockey smoker. The Captain. Tank in the hands of the Captain. Survivors opting to run back to the roof, and wise choice considering the health they have. Maybe a bit of a delay hit here by the infected as the jockey gets bunted and shut down. The smoker's just chasing. I'm not too sure if he'll be able to pull anyone. He actually does get a pull on Francis, but gets shut down in the process. Hunter up. Don't imagine the Hunter going. They're going to have a boomer this hit. Two shotguns and 2 Uzis in the hands of Team Frag4.
Kind of expected this tank to maybe try and go down for hittables, but maybe he's a bit worried about getting AI. It's already down to 65% second pass, so he's going to have to commit with this hit.
Tank rolling in, the boomer actually...
Boomer's getting spawn blocked.
Won't get a spawn. Yeah, that's actually a very far spawn block. Tank has already lost about 20% health. Lost 50% health. This tank is being chunked. Soul again manages to juke a punch, and second punch does that. As well as the third. Another punch whiffed by the tank. Zoe got a whiff. Big whiff by that tank. Yeah, another 2-punch tank, missing another 2 punches. Could have been a 4-punch tank. Missing a point blank on Zoe and Lewis. Now that's a fat bonus. 774 points. Well, of bonus actually. Not even considering map distance.
Yeah, Frag4 out here looking to make it a one game RU.
Yeah, the boomer getting shut down by your boy Sol.
Sol's shutting down everything at the moment.
Pubstar just cruising. I'm just gonna call him Pubstar. Pubstar just cruising.
Reloading.
Making the way through the officers with... this is just going to be the last hit before the safe room. The Hunter's not in position at the moment. Might be able to get a cheeky spawn in the room on the right as he does. Let's see if Soul can guarantee another ski if he checks his right side. Oh, he's heard the Hunter now.
He knows it's there now.
Hunter's in trouble. Hunter's in trouble and is dead. Castello. Don't mess with that French man. He will shut down 99% of the hunters.
Jockey's just...
Cheating!
Jockey's gonna die. I don't know why he stayed around there.
Not too sure. The SI have lost all sense of coordination towards the end, allowing Team Frag4 to make it into the safe room with at least 700 plus.
Charges,
yeah, at least 700 plus. The Charger spawns up, dies, Smoker, dies, Boomer, dies.
Dead.
2.1k on the wave server. That'd be looking real nasty.
Not too shabby for this map.
Not too bad.
Oh, he's tagged up. Someone told him.
Someone told him to tag up and he has done so accordingly.
So, what do you want to see from Cyberbullies at the moment? They need to...
I need to
make this map.
Yeah, I need to see a strong survivor round. They didn't have a bad survivor round on round 1, but they need to be able to take out this horde with at least the same amount of health as Team Frag4 did. Now, my opinion, Team Frag4 is probably going to have better SI coordination on their infected. They just naturally have a lot of team cohesion, so I'm keen to see Vanille. Have you readied up? Bit of a shout out to our main streamer, by the way.
Vanille, bringing you the live coverage and the majority of these tournament games.
Just
Big
gotta
shout
wait
out
for
and
this game.
thank you to Vanille.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, I'd like to see some. You know, they're doing a decent job at shutting down SI anyway. I just like to see them maintain the health for the tank fight. Smoker's just doing the good old pub smoke, breaking down those planks on the windows. The Boomer spawning up.
He's got a
nice double boom.
The spawns are
Charger
going.
and Jockey rolling in, not landing though, but Charger will get about 2 punches on.
That could have been very dangerous there. If they got that 2.
I wonder if they know. I wonder if they know a Smoker's up. Oh, that's a little premature by the Smoker there. I think. Yeah, I think the Smoker had a little more time to maybe pull off a nice, healthy, and juicy pull off the ladder. Unfortunately, they will have.
Yeah, watch out for this wall kick.
They're gonna have a 2-2 heat caution, a 2 cap.
Ooh, nice ski.
Good skirt by the Jabbers. Boomer lands again. This might actually send in the. Well, actually, the Hunter's already dead, so they won't be able to get a nice bit hunt. But they will have a charger this hit with a Smoker.
So this could be dangerous, even if there is a death charge hit. Even if they don't go for the death charge, this run back hit could be pretty brutal if they eat a multi-charge with spit hit.
They've already taken a bit of chip here, so especially
Yeah,
with the spin charge here, that Smoker just misses for some reason. The charger!
Oh, Brian! Not like this, Brian.
Oh, not like this, Brian. Dusty would have landed that charger. I'm just saying.
100%.
Dusty would have landed that charger.
He's sacking the charger. Yeah, they're like, you can't play the charger. Just die. Just die.
Charger, if you ask me. That could have been deadly, but a decent amount of health landing onto damage rather landing onto Team Cyberbullies at the moment. They did sack the Boomer, so they're going for a 3 cap Spittor for this hit.
They can get some shutdowns on these next couple of hits. They should be in a pretty good position.
Smoker, Jockey, Hunter, and Spitter anticipate. Maybe a Smoker trying to get an early pull. Misses. The Hunter and Spitter will land, however. Bit of damage, and the pull back into the Spit. Lovely. They are going to hold the Spitter because they know they have a charger next hit with the Boomer. And
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, for us Cyberbullies, I might have pushed out after that. Even with the common, I don't think you want to really be caught in this room again, in the house.
They didn't really take the first hit too well, did they? Another 2-2, the Boomer will go for a jump spawn, and a lovely 2-boom. I like Hunter will go in and distract for the Charger as a spitter. Charger lands and the Hunter lands, both in the
That's gonna be
spit.
brutal.
Season. That's
His
not
last 2
healthy.
hits.
That's not healthy. However, it's the G Jabbers forced to pop his pills. Doesn't want to be slow for the next hit. I don't know why he's popped his pills, but Wolf hasn't. They're slow anyway. Either Wolf, yep, commits to his pills. They do have a Smoker. 2-2 again. Smoker going for the insta ledge hang. The jockey will do it by himself though. No need for the Smoker. Going for an ambitious
Smoker went for the wrong guy.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate there. Smoker will just chill, maybe go for the reset. The Spitter does a good job on delaying that pickup. Heater is still up, but the Smoker has dropped down. In a tricky spot now. Zoe's keeping his eye on the Smoker. We'll get a... nope. No Smoker landing onto Bill there to delay that even further, but that's a good amount of damage done already onto Team Cyberbullies. 2 players bleeding prior to tank, and they've still got about 3 more hits till the tank spawn, so...
Reloading.
Oh, I think they're gonna get this. No, they'll get this Boomer here on this.
Reloading.
Yeah, so
3 cap
charge
Boomer.
bit again.
Charger might actually come
Could still be a
behind.
dangerous hit though.
He can. The Boomers have been landing. Charger lands. He lands. What? Lands. Oh my days!
For a Cyberbullies fan, you're not liking what you're seeing.
Coordination. Yeah.
That's, and if Master committed to pop his pills as well.
G Jabbers is gonna have to pop another set of pills. 3 players now bleeding. Now caution, would you push back at this point, knowing that 3 of your team members are already bleeding? Or would you opt to... Look, they've actually saved the spitter. They've actually saved the spitter for a spit charge. This is a deadly hit, calling it right. Oh no, I had so much hope for that spit charge. However, that spit does manage to get a lot of free spit damage onto 3 of the survivors there.
Spongy looked like he was maybe gonna commit in if they would have landed a couple spawns there.
I'm just not too sure if I would have pushed back though to the roof. I know there's still a decent amount of health, but you know, you might potentially survive this tank, but you're gonna have to push through all those
It's a
narrow
long way to run when you're like,
yeah.
those 2 players are like already 50
Another
HP.
2-boom landing. Zoe ledge hunt.
Oh, this rock!
That rock was so close. Not too sure if the survivor team knows where the tank is yet.
Reloading. Reloading.
Yeah, look at their health already. Like, NF Masters 50, Gunjibers 53, Wolf 46.
Landed all their booms. Really important on the green ping map. As the tank rolls in the hands of Spongy. Charger spawning behind the air vents.
Got the early
Jockey
corner.
and Hunter all coming from one area. Zoe heavily focusing on SI at the moment, while the tank is able to get easy
Nice
damage onto the infected. That jockey gets sent to Delhi into the sky. Spongy's got a bit of health to play with here, but he will be shredded if he can't get a nick cap on someone. Lewis.
Oh no.
The cheeky jump. I think he's gonna assume that the tank fell all the way down, but
Thanks, Bill.
Bungee's just gonna
Nice
wait till he
little-
has spawns.
Really?
just
yeah,
try
nice
and
little
play this
ladder
out now.
grab.
I think I'm pretty.
This can still wipe. The tank's got enough health. He's gonna recommit with the smoker, trying to get an early pull onto Lewis, and does so a little early clear as Francis manages to get a nice clear. That rock nearly lands onto Lewis, and if Mike are doing a good job. Left, right, night for G Jabbers. Tank decommits again, managing to stay alive with about 645 health. I'm not too sure what NF Meister is adamant to kill the tank. His team looks like they want to push forward, but he's like, don't worry boys, I got this.
This hurts.
I'm just gonna sit out here and kill the tank while we're all bleeding out. Don't worry about it, boys.
Don't worry boys, I shot the tank the most. Another smoke.
Frag4
Charger could have just punched Lewis there. Gets about one
That's
punch.
another Brian charge. What a surprise.
All I'm saying, caution, all I'm saying is Dusty would have landed that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
all I'm saying. Hell, Adam would have landed that. Shout out to my boy Adam. Much love.
Also another one of our main streamers for these games. He was in his stream earlier, said he was excited to maybe stream some games today. So.
I need help!
Oh, Jockey's landed at the back of the separation job. That's cleared fairly quickly. And NF Master is just in a world of hurt with these coming in that spitter.
Making their way through the offices. How much bonus do you reckon they have, Caution? Not too much?
Like
I think I
33.
hurt something bad. Real bad.
Looking
0
like
DV.
not
so
enough.
it's all on Costello.
Charger spawning in the front, making a bit of noise to push back the survivors a little more. This is
That's
the
it.
end of Team Russia. 1k deficit nearly on their home server, which happens to be a green ping server for both teams. So
They weren't doing too bad, but those last couple hits in the when they were holding up, they got really hurt. And just overall, Frag4 look like they have better SI coordinate to match their survivor, and Cyberbullies looking a bit
bullied.
not not too not looking too hot on the old infected. They're going to need to start landing some of these hits and do a bit more damage before the tank, I think. Going to need a big tank from whoever this is. It's an early tank as well. Hopefully they don't pull a dino.
Don't pull a dino.
Actually, is it before or after? 23.
Don't be hating on me, creature, bro. Don't you not have a team in this tournament already into round 2?
So round live, first hit 2-2, Jockey Hunter Boomer Spitter. Hunter's pre-spawned above them. Chance is just running out.
Jockey!
Ooh. Landed actually in the spit. A cheeky bit of damage coming in.
Weapons over here!
Good shutdown.
Oh, it is a dino tank.
Oh
Dino
no.
spawn.
Oh
So,
no.
For those
Can
who
you give
don't know
that-
what we're referring to.
Yes, give him a rundown of what happened yesterday during our match.
So I think we had this
Or 2 days
exact
ago, was
tank
it?
spawn, and Dino thought he would chip the tank when it was near the gas cans over there, and he shot the gas can. So hopefully Frag4 do not
Spawning
do that.
a never-ending horde, relentless horde. We still managed to kill the tank, but he just turned up the difficulty. Unneeded. That Hunter goes for a TP but doesn't land. Charger goes for a Zen charge. Shout out to my boy Zen. Lands on Peter but unable to get a pwned. Tank's just chilling. Our Wolf's just keeping a bit of sight. Just chilling. Soul rocking that Deagle gamer. Now that Boomer's gonna try to find a cheeky spawn under the pipes. I'm not too sure if he's gonna get it there because I
think Zoe's blocking it.
I think Spongey's also blocking it.
Or he could get it. Or he could have. I think he
Repositioned
moved
to
right
the-
when Zoe
Behind
moved.
the pipes, yeah. They are really hoping this Boomer might be able to land. Ooh, could have been a cheeky double boom. The Horde does start rolling in, and with that, positions himself to get closer to the SI, the survivors rather, getting all his dumpsters in. All them dumpsters. Now, if you focus on this, with this tank, if you focus this dumpsters too hard, you
He's
will
just
get
committing.
railed, but the tanks opted not to get any of the dumpsters in, chasing the survivors. Nice. Well, it looked nice, but tanks killed the Hunter in the process. The Jockey landing gets cleared by Zoe. Well done by Peter. The Charger also cleared. Now there should be no more additional hits, I believe, by the tank on this infected round. Soul getting cornered earlier, I suppose a bit of a distraction or stumble by that Hunter.
I think it
NF
was
Meister
well
still
played by
rocking that zero.
survivors, but That was also a decent tank by Harworth, considering that.
Yeah, one in cap there. I wouldn't be too upset.
Yeah, but he didn't have any hittables. It's pretty
Yeah, I suppose
open
so.
area, take a lot of chip,
I
just
think
rolling in.
I can't remember who it was, but Soul and another one of his teammates just kited together there. I think it got stumbled a little by that hunter, and even though that tank killed the hunter,
Ski.
it was enough for the tank to get a corner onto Soul. Now I think this is a good opportunity for Team Frag4 just to push through the alley.
Yeah, they're looking for the go-go. Here they go.
Yeah, they
Let's
just
spit a
go-go.
last as well.
Love myself a go-go. Jockey spawned up
Bit of
just to
go-go.
put a delay.
I'm not worried though. They're just pushing straight through.
0 shites given. They pushed right through 2 chokes there. Don't really have the best of hits. I mean, they have a 3-cap boom, but let me enable my
They're
spec
really gonna need these like 3 caps to start landing though.
I mean, yeah.
Pretty fat bonus.
Yeah, they've made nearly 50% of the map. You need NF can't be on 0 points. You need to be doing some damage as a team, firstly, but obviously each individual has their part to play. The boomer gets a
That's
nice
2 movement, 3 movement.
Hunter lands, Jockey lands, Charger gets a punch also in the process, but that's a better hit. That's a good hit.
That was,
you know.
Could have been if that charger would have landed, that would have been a really good hit.
Charger landing, Hunter had landed, and a Jockey back, that would have looked nice. It's not easy leading with the boomer, so whoever that boomer, well done for trying to set up the team, but at this stage, you know, you're looking at Spongy, who's still rocking 98 HP, Brian on, you know, 77, and Soul on 94. But he's bleeding.
Yeah, 2-2 here. This is a not very ideal 2-2 either. We're gonna
hits
smoke
to
a jockey
safe room.
boomer spitter.
3 hits to the safe room.
Reloading.
I'd say
Jockey
2, depending on how well they take this.
Under column, the smoker doesn't land and may get cleared. The Jockey lands not too much damage rolling out there. Again, the boomer will go for a delayed boom, but gets popped. Ryan, I believe I'm pretty sure he was just aware of one more spawn being up, so that's good awareness on his behalf, looking up at the ceiling.
If they hit the go-go, they should be able to get up to this police
safe room.
so it should be 1 hit safe.
Reloading.
Big bonus. Just shy of 900.
Reloading.
That'd take him to nearly 4k.
Reloading.
So it could potentially be a decent last hit with Charger. Charger's actually leading. Okay, Francis.
So, talk about tunneling SI, just 0 fucks given about the spit. Now,
Jockey's in. Oh, nice ski there.
nothing. Nah, yeah, look, the spitter was probably the MVP for that hit. Charger leading there was already an ambitious idea, but
Reloading.
816, that's going to take him to 3,500 whopping points. Away server and big lead. This may as well just be one match.
Yeah,
However,
Frag4 just making it look too easy at the moment. Just shutting down these hits like it's nothing. 70 ping? Not a problem.
they seed 1 for this very reason.
Yeah, well that's it, isn't it? This is the
Team
kind of
just
performance you expect out of Seed 1.
more shoutouts coming from the viewers to Dino. Dino.
Hopefully this is a soul tank. Maybe give a call to a personal friend.
Yeah, may do a phone a friend.
Grab everything I can.
Let's see what Frag4 can do here. pre-spawning that boomer. The jockey does lead and easily the hunter gets a good double stumble on the two survivors in the safe room. NF Meister takes a lot of damage while that jockey is being
just getting
scratched,
beat.
getting hell out of right now. The boomer's probably going to get another boom onto Zoe there, takes an incap outside the safe room.
And that was a 2-2. That was a 2-2 and this poor man's been incapped on the first two. And the smoker's going in. Smoker's got a pull
Charles going to bash living daylights out of Francis, who for some reason was caught up so far ahead of his team. So team, I won't say Russia because I've offended some players or some viewers apparently. So team Cyberbullies really need to switch on here. They can't be playing a little recklessly like this. The Spitter does get a swift block on top, while Francis decides to give the Spitter a little free damage.
Yeah, look, I'll be blunt. It's not looking good. Well, nice pop there by Wolf.
Fortunately, does not land. Do we give a phone call? Do we try dialing in to the call centers in Delhi?
For a Brian tank? I don't know.
For two tanks, possibly he might show a reappearance for two tanks.
We'll see. Yeah, you know what? Let's give him a call. Where's Rajesh at?
Yeah, thank you, Caution. I'm here today, live and kicking. I would love to be part of this, top-seeded scrimmage. And the tank is in the hands of Brian. As he rolls in, not going for the bins, he runs left, he runs right. What is he doing? Knight to Bill, who he's cornered himself. He jumps onto that scaffold, being punched by the long arms. Big monkey doing lot of damage. Charger not landing. The tank is not sure what to do. The survivors are running around. Zoe, what are you doing, friend? Why are you walking into that bin? Oh my god, bye!
A little help, please.
So thank you, Rajesh. Rajesh, excellent commentary as always. But yeah, Zoe at the end there just backing up into a dumpster. Could have been a decent take.
My friend, turn around.
That's actually Zoe black and white now as well. And they've not given her pills. Oh, she got pills.
I mean, I'm not too sure. Oh my days, that's a fat 25 by Spongy, my man.
Yeah, look, I can respect that. If you go for the skeet and you don't hit the hunter, you're a pussy. I mean,
Don't worry, Dad. My roommates, my housemates are currently not in the same city. They have gone away for the long weekend. So I can shout as much as I want. Another hit in the alley. It is going to be a 3-cap charge speed. The charger lands in the same proximity as the hunt. Gets a nice hunt speed, charge speed.
it's looking pretty rough for Cyberbullies at the moment. Not sure if they've just really a bit out of the game. Getting a bit frustrated by this SI coordination from Frag4. It's been pretty on point at the moment though.
Mate, Frag4 are just here to make an appearance and really tell team. Well, I'm not too sure what Brian's doing with his jockey there. But 90% of the time I don't know what Brian does anyway. Team Frag4 really making a point here to make this a... Now that charger got cucked by the fence. Being... Feels bad for that charger who hit the fence and caused him to be...
well. French.
Things just don't work straight for the French people. Jay Jabbers in cap off of that hit.
So two people, black and white now, Jabbers and Costello. They have one set of kills, so we're going to see who the favourite is on that.
Skate by G-Jab. Boomer landing at the end. Nice, cheeky single boom. Will give Team Frag4 a quad cap as they set up the next
they got the other set.
spawns. on the outside.
Do we know if this is 1 to 5?
Shout out to DDA who walked into the fire during our match and in captain. Don't know why.
Fire equals hot. We all know this.
Hunter gets nicely skeeted by G Jabbers. The charger may even land a double charge in the process, but unfortunately, and fortunately for Team Cyberbullies shut down. And if Meister does go down, I think, is he black and white? Did he
Is he
not go
any
down
person that-
outside the safe room?
That was his first in cap.
Okay, maybe I'm talking about someone else. More shoutouts coming through while we wait for the next SI. Player Anonymous would like to shout out to Spirit for being ever so tiny, ever so small, ever so midget sized, but a loving heart person, a lovely person. Everyone loves him. As a nice 3-cap land with a triple boom. Sorry to take this away from you, Spirit. I love you, man.
But yeah, they're just going for distance now. They haven't got anything. All about that distance.
I mean, I think at this point of time, it's all about whether we play round,
I go down again.
you know, round 2 home server for Pubstar or not, because if they're this dominating on the away server, I'm not too sure of what we'd expect on. Okay. G Jabbers, absolutely 0 flying pigs given.
Reloading.
I'm surprised he's not walking through that spit, to be honest.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
So we do see Cyberbullies just limping into the safe room.
I mean, hey, look, they're making safe rooms.
Whoa, Jesus.
They're making safe rooms. They're also 2k behind nearly, but they're making safe rooms. And if Mice are doing a bit of work for his team.
Yeah, do we know if this is 1 to 5? Surely it's not 1 to 5 if they're doing
I'd actually have to get that confirmed. Do we know Vanille if this is map 1 to 5? She does not know.
I mean, it's
Unless
looking like
that
a
was
1 to
just a
4
no.
GG for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I think this may just be a 1 to 4 GG. I mean, they have. I want to say Team Cyberbullies have put up a fight here, but just I think a lack of focus on their survivor player has just caused them to eat a bit too much damage.
70%
Tank
tank.
in the hand of Castello, as they have a 3-cap. Bitter for this hit. The smoker dies quite early. I'm not too sure what the plan there was by
Seems like everything else is setting up for inside.
Bit of reflection on team coordination here with their SI. I don't know if there was a call that went out to hit in the hit in that little room. Jockey's pre-spawn and just easily dies. SI
Everything's dead.
SI just shut down. SI just
Everything.
shut down. We'll get a quad cap of this hit though, but that was a very confusing set of.
Weapons over here.
I think they might have went a bit too early. If you're gonna save for them to get inside, you kind of want to wait for them to get inside. 3 of them were still at the doorway and they just held us and shot us charging. Smoke back here at the van. Oh, nice 16 coming in. Onto Brian.
Nice jockey, nice jockey. Charger, oh, somehow manages to miss. And yes,
That's a
it was a
caution
nice
charger
16
I've
damage
seen.
count. That's a Brian charger for all I know. But hey, look, Dusty just would have landed. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, what more can I say?
Dusty's not playing for that team, but he definitely would have landed that. They're
2-2
actually
going
into
into
this room.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this used many times in hugs and scrims and possibly tournaments too, as that boomer gets shut down. The hunter will go for a walkie, but gets shot. Oh, actually does land. But the speeder won't be able to do as much damage as he would have hoped for. Team Frag4 looking healthy. They should be able to push forward here. I don't think they should wait around much longer. give him the go-go.
Got it.
Spitter gets shut
Oh.
down. G Jabbers climbing that ladder. That ladder is absolutely insane, by the way. For any of you guys who share my pain trying to climb that ladder, it's, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna blame Sir for that one.
Yeah, fuck it. Do they have a quad here as well though? No.
No, they're not.
So I assume waiting for them to get inside, even though they don't have a spit. Probably a better chance of landing. Let's see if this boomer can go first. Probably needs to lead here if they want to do any kind of significant damage. The jockey pre-spawned at the back.
Show
with the
me some
smoker.
damage, Team Cyberbullies, as the boomer lands.
Nice
The
two
jockey
boom.
gets a nice, well, it's shut down essentially. The charger collecting the smoker person at the back, but I think there was a bit of coordination, but they just stole each other's targets there. Again,
I mean,
the boomer
everything
does
landed,
land
but just insta-cleared, so it didn't really
yeah.
do much.
I mean, the boomer landed a nice two boom. Props to you, whoever that was.
So tank up
Clearly
in
not
hand of
Dino, because he doesn't know
Costello.
how to land Dino. Fucking booms. Tank in the hands of Costello, who's actually
Oh,
very
he's
close,
in.
but in a very
This is a bad spot. You
this
can
is
take
a
a lot
poor
of chip
choice.
here.
Yeah, you can take a lot of chip committing here.
He's not going.
And he
still
opts to
first.
go back. Yeah, oh no,
Oh,
he's coming back
doubling
forward.
back.
He's baiting the casters. Oh, he's going back. He's done a
Wasted
double
a
fake.
lot of frost just sitting there for no
He's gonna be second pass
particular reason.
easy.
And he's,
Where is this
he's
tank
struggling.
at? Is this gonna be AI?
It's not going to be.
If he
AI,
misses his
but-
jump, and he did miss the jump, oh, he's gonna be. He'll have to commit with this hit. He's gonna be like 50% second pass.
We do have a boom here. This could be rough to, although it looks like he's.
Oh, the boomer just lands on Francis on the way.
Looks like he actually ran out of the range there, but then it got him. There.
Yeah. Anyway, the tank in the hand of Costello as he moves in, trying to kite the survivors all to one direction, and he does that pretty well. Francis walking right into a corner, unfortunately. One more punch and he will be in-capped. The Hunter landing and will give the tank another corner. Nice survivor, sorry, infected play at the moment. The charger spawning a little delayed, might be able to charge. Zoe misses. Two in-caps the tank.
That was actually a
Nobody's leaving
pretty
anyone behind. You're gonna
good
be
tank
fine.
there by
We got
Costello.
you.
2 in-caps in that area.
Hell, I guess that's one hour.
First corner was on the boom guy. SI definitely distracted so that
Better.
tank could kind of get that corner for free and then move on to someone else. But
Yeah, the Hunter was able
Actually-
to give the tank the second corner.
Weapons
They all
here.
shot the tank.
Ammo here.
Now this is the part where I need to see Team Cyberbullies do some infected damage, because they haven't been able to do much to Team Frag4 post, even pre-tank for that matter.
they don't have the best hit to do it.
That smoker
Hunt spits
going
all
out
they're
of
looking
sync.
for now.
Nice one.
Not sure if it. See, look, this is a coordination lack of, rather, that Team Cyberbullies are demonstrating. It's not like they should have just saved it. The boomer went in. The smoker didn't have to go in and die like that. The hunter landed. Could have waited for that smoker to respawn. They could have had a 3-cap split, but they opted to use it anyway. And this allows Frag4 to drop 4.5k.
And just hitting the go-go. This is
This
one
is,
hit save for him.
I
now.
respect that. I respect a good go.
Oh, shit.
Pop just the one proxy on
3-cap. Charge
Smoker's
jockey
missed.
and smoker bunted on the jockey. The jockey will land onto Soul. The charger gets or lands the charge but unable to get a pound. Smoker
Everything
being
just
shut
getting
down
insta-play.
by Soul.
That's safe.
Soul with a whopping 45% nearly SI round.
That's kind of what I expect to see from him. If he's pretty on point with his shotgun, he's usually
Oh,
shutting
that is a
down or
heavy
shooting a lot of spawns.
deficit of nearly 3k now at this stage. Obviously, you got the Team Cyberbullies yet to play their survivor round, but I don't look. I'm assuming there will be a second match, a second server match, because the ping differential won't be that high. Maybe they think they can win against Frag4, maybe with even lower ping. Anything can happen. All it takes is
You
one
never
dud
know.
teammate to shoot a can.
Not talking to anyone in particular there, just
Nah,
something
nah,
that can
nah.
happen.
You gonna ready up for me, Vanille? Wakey, wakey. Unless you already did, waiting. Unless you already did. Now, tank in the hands of Soul. All-star for
Oh.
team Pubstar / Frag4, who's been popping off this game as he does consistently. Now, this is probably what we would have wanted to see from team Cyberbullies, how all the SI are just setting up on in the corridor, in the hallway. Maybe they'll allow the survivors to walk into the choke.
He's always in this
Before
room
going
as well.
in. Yeah, they probably want, and they are walking in the charger. They actually managed to take that room. The charger gets shut down, and the jockey will also get shut down. That's actually good, good baiting by team Cyberbullies there. I like that. I like that a lot.
It's good to see, although I do think Frag4
Weapons
even
over
went in
here.
a bit prematurely there. They definitely
I
could
think they
have
had
held
an
out a bit.
opportunity, yeah. I mean, they could have held out after they realized that they took the room. It probably
Yeah.
wasn't the best idea to go. I agree. As a boom
Nice
and a
proxy.
single boom. Hunter skirted.
Bit of a scoop.
Smoker cleared very quickly too, and Soul just holding onto that charger for a spit charge. Oh no, he doesn't. He goes in just to get a bit of
he's
damage.
whiffed.
All I'm saying is Dusty would have landed that.
Yeah, that's what someone's thinking.
That's what you're saying? Is that what you're also saying?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
That's what you're
thinking.
saying.
So that can be a good hit here for the next one. 2-2. Shouldn't really see too much damage rolling out from this, but we've seen their 2-2s in the past do a bit of work.
Smoker does land, not getting cleared, and that bit thought the Smoker would have a pull for a second or two longer, gets cleared. That will give him a quad cap.
Reloading.
So yeah, Cyberbullies
This is
just
good.
pushing through.
Good survivor play. I like this. They needed to do this much earlier on into the match, but team Cyberbullies are finally picking up the slack here.
Reloading. Reloading.
And Frag4 has actually got a pretty decent hit for when they come inside here. With the charge spit, Hunter and Jockey. Hunter's looks like it's set up behind already pre-spawned. Charge is going in. Ooh, that's good.
Hunter rolling in behind and will manage to get Zoe, but that's 0.06 second. Who is Leon?
I'm not sure.
Why
I
do we
don't
all
think
of a
that-
sudden have 6 spectators?
I don't think the slots
Where
were
are these
set.
people coming from? Tank in the hands of Soul.
I
As he
think once he
makes
gets a bit
his way
closer, we
in.
might
As he gets his way
grab a quick
closer,
call.
see if that reception is still rocking for my boy.
And this right now is the optimal path for this tank, the way Soul's going. Straight up here, still going to be on first
Good
pass.
pathing. See, he's still got first pass here. Now Boomer manages to get a single boom, but I'm pretty sure he'll be rocking in with that 3 cap as he tries to land a rock here. Survivors
Give it a
all
3
have
clap going.
good health. Survivors all have that good health.
Yeah, so
Now,
I think if Cyberbullies like do a pretty good job at kiting this tank, they could definitely get out of this with better health than Frag4 did.
Now we're quickly going to dial into Rajesh here before this tank gets in,
Let's
and
give him a call.
Soul takes a little too damage.
No worries, friend. I'm waiting for you to call me. No problem. I'm always here to help you guys out. The tank is going in. Now Soul is trying to corner the people into a position where he can... Oh, he picks up a rock. What are you doing? He does land a rock. Very good. I'm only joking, friend. He does get a punch onto Francis and will manage to get a 3-punch in cap onto Francis. The Lewis man is running away. Oh my god, big monkey chase me. Run. He throws a punch left. He throws a punch right. He picks up a rock one more time and it lands. Oh, he nearly lands a rock. Soul is now running around, going into the toilet where he belongs. He manages to get the curve rock outside but not landing, and now he falls dead like a very soggy papadam. Tell you.
Look at me.
Focus. You're
Oh,
gonna
thank
be
you
okay.
once again, Rajesh. Always a pleasure to have you on these streams. But yeah, we saw a pretty decent tank, or decent take on the tank, I should say, from the Cyberbullies. There's two boom landing there from Sponge.
Reloading.
They have this charge spit again on the inside with the Hunter, so you get a sneaky charge spit when they come in.
I'm impressed with the survivor round actually.
There's a hunter out
Team Cyberbullies and if Meister and his lads are doing a good job. The tank is obviously hard to play. It's very open. One in cap probably the best you see there. As the hunter gets skated very well by well, essentially the team. Charger shut down the spitter.
Reloading.
These are the
got
kind of
much to spit
shutdowns we
on.
neady a bit earlier.
This is what we
Seems like they're
needed
just
to
warming up
earlier.
Damn it, this hurts. Reloading.
Nice one boom. Spongy on point with the boomers so far.
Reloading.
Frag4 looking to go. Hunter's pre-spawn, Smoker's pre-spawn.
Charger
Charges with
misses.
Brian.
Oh my god. I think I've seen about
Weapons here.
13 charges in the hands of Brian, all missing.
Oh, I'd say at least 20 to be honest.
Why was this
Oh,
guy
he's
even on the
globaling.
floor?
Oh my god, get him out.
Why was he on the floor? Like,
Reloading.
Dusty would have landed that charge. How many times do I have to say that?
Reloading. Reloading.
Bad George.
Alright, so 2-2 for the last hit. A bit like a wall kick spin in
Roxy
here.
boom landing. As he pops it on the
Comes
face.
a Hunter
Hunter
ceiling
going
down.
for a nice bit hunt to finish it off, except the part where there's a bit of miss. So nice hunt to finish it off, but then NF Meister decided to walk into the spit anyway. They lost a lot of bonus towards the end, but they actually beat Pubstar on one round. Look at that. They won a round.
Close the door,
Easy.
A bit of confidence going into the safe room. Deficit about 18 to 1700 points.
So I assume that we're playing that fight.
Charger.
As confirmed by Captain, map 5 is being played
But so
by
far,
team.
looked like Costello played the best tank for Cyberbully. So maybe if he gets this tank and gets this cart up here or something, and maybe somehow gets a wipe, they could catch up a fair bit heading into the EU game.
Immediate tank, immediate tank.
Oh, next mission, Blood Harvest. Love a good mission.
Alright, tank is going to be early on. Essentially immediate in the hands of G Jabbers. The spitter managed
could be a big charge.
bit of damage. Oh my god, that's a fucking triple charge in the spit. Mind my French, but that is a
That was a
huge hit.
quad.
The quad charge, out of which 3 landed in the spit. That tank
Body
doing
blocks in fire.
body blocks doing. Oh, he misses a punch. This is a dead tank, but honestly, with the way that tank, the
Look at their
SI
health.
initially got that
This
damage.
isn't it
Oh my god.
Who was that charger? I didn't catch who that was, but that was a fat quad
That
charge.
was a fat charge. That was actually, and very sadly, a very poor tank, I suppose, by GJ.
I think it
you
was
can't
well played
be-
by survivors with the body blocking, but he
that,
definitely could
yeah.
have played it out.
Weapons
He
here.
could have, honestly, like, after that triple charger landed, he could have just done a little more work there. Maybe even, I don't know. I thought that could have been a bit more damage, but I'm not taking anything away from Frag4. They got a lot of good body blocks out there, making sure that tank didn't wipe. But missing a punch in that room is nearly impossible.
Reloading.
Yeah, I'd have to say that was a bit of a misplay. If the tank would have just like got up above them on the safe ring, probably could have waited for spawns at least. But, geez, that was a big charge.
Reloading.
Him just throwing himself to the line of
That's
fire.
probably the charge of the tournament, hands down. That has to be the charge of the tournament. Prove me wrong. Tank spawns, quad charge, takes one back into the safe room. The other three he charged are in
All in
the
spit.
That was just dangerous.
Danger, danger, danger.
Hunter,
Oh, I hit the man.
bit of a menace. Oh,
Oh, he's
charge into the fire.
Soul?
Oh,
You okay there, buddy? Just ate that charge from the truck.
fire not hurt me.
Someone needs to tell this man fire is hot.
This is really bad.
I think something's broken.
So I think we're looking. Well, I'm thinking this is definitely. There's no way they don't live through the second tank. I don't think they have any pills left.
No pills left. Yeah, they can't be surviving in this next tank. As
Two people.
Hunter and Smoker
Peter's in the fire.
would nearly get an in-cap on Lewis there. For those of you guys, all how many viewers does she have? Hold on, I want to get this.
I'd expect at
All
least
150.
2k with a Rajesh appearance, to be honest.
All 100, all 150 viewers. For those of you who are actually participants in this turret, this minigun on map 5 of Dead Air is banned.
A big no-no. Big no-no.
Ignore it. Don't even go near it. Don't touch it. Don't go near it. Don't use it. Don't look at it. Stay away from it.
So, in the meantime, Frag4 just killing some common, bleeding out, having a jolly old time. 3 sets of pills. Peter's probably getting the short end of the stick here and not getting any pills.
Jockey lands on Zoe. Soul just eating
Oh, he's
the
in the fire again!
eating the frog this game. Who's not
Oh, this dump!
when this unhittable brought into ideal position, and the next one very well positioned. But what this means is that survivors can get very aggressive here, knowing that he doesn't have any more hittables in that area unless he pushes back.
There's
to
one
behind
behind
the
him, but
pit.
if he messes this up...
Aja landed
Oh.
a nice solo charge into Lewis, who found himself mispositioned. Maybe Brian can learn how to land a charge from that charge. The Boomer gets a nice double
Oh,
boom
ladder
and
punch.
technique, a ladder punch and a rock to follow. Ah, so close. Walking into the arms here now.
This
as
tank's
the Jockey
almost
lands
dead.
on the top. They've actually done a very good job to rail this tank, to be honest, but I'd imagine from here the tank may be
Oh, he
dead.
He missed the rock and he got killed by common because he tried to pre-fire the rock.
And Zoe just eating a rock there to allow Lewis to get up. The tank is about
Was
2 seconds flying, dies in the process. Now, Pubstar have actually, Frag4 rather, have actually survived the tank, and that's actually a pretty good job. Very impressive by Team Pubstar to survive a tank when essentially that should have been a wipe. I don't know how they survived it. They're actually going to make the safe plane.
Gonna make the plane. Get in. Get in the plane. Peter, get in the plane.
Peter! Last hit having a 3-cap with the Boomer 2 SI.
Oh my
Still not up. They're taking him back. Taking him back. That Peter's just pulled an iPat.
Peter ran to the fucking truck instead of the plane. That's why he got charged.
However, 3 survivors made the plane. The plane was so loud and I had to talk over the bloody plane, but 3 survivors have made the plane, after which looked like a very rough start from Team Frag4. especially with that early quad charge and just eating hits throughout the event hold. So dropping 5.3k on their away match, as to speak, is a very good effort. I think dropping 5.3k is already a massive score on Dead Air, is it not, Caution?
Yeah, it's a pretty respectable score. Map 2 and I wouldn't really say map 3, but map 2 can be pretty rough to get a decent bonus.
Before we go live, I will just read out some of the final shout outs here. Another anonymous person giving a shout out to Discreet for being fat and ugly. No, it doesn't say ugly. It just says for being
Oh, you're just
large,
trying to
very
add
handsome.
on to that?
Apologies. He just said large and handsome.
A little picky.
Big,
Charger set up in the same
big
spot.
round. Tank in the hands of Peter.
There, let's keep
Bill's blocked.
Now
it,
that
but- oh, he's gone.
nice bit block up the rest of the survivors that is rolling in, and you know what? The last map, for the sake of it, we may as well just call in the man. I can't say that word.
I've got him right now. Let's give it to him.
Alright,
Go
The
ahead,
tank is
Rico.
rolling in now, chasing the survivors into the safer room, and the Bill man runs past his hands. What is the tank doing? It's a nice double punch. The charger landing, the jockey lands jockey. A nice landing jockey. The double punches are still rolling up, but the tank who has still a good amount of health left. The zombie man, the chocolate man is stuck in the ceiling. Oh, he jukes the tank punch very well. Oh my god, tank, bye bye.
Where are you? I got you.
I went back.
Thanks, Bill.
So interesting
Reloading.
tank there. They actually decent health, but a lot better than Frag4 did.
Reloading.
So could definitely be looking to beat them on 2 maps if they play this right.
Weapons here.
Ammo here.
Now they've
Oh,
got.
Doom is whiffed.
How is Brian still on 0 points? Did I just see this correctly? Another charge. This is on
Don't worry
Team
about it.
Frag4, but you know, Dustin could have planned it. But you know, who am I to say anything at this stage? I'm watching the survivors. They better not even touch the minigun. You touch the minigun, you're dead.
Ooh.
Get away
Ooh.
from the minigun.
Fields.
That's right.
Bill's looking at it. He's thinking about it.
See, thinking about it. My shoulder's twitching.
That's just sitting there. He's got his finger sitting
I'm
over
ready.
the ban button. He's just.
I'm ready.
I dare you.
Ryan.
3-tap boom here. Smack is gone in.
Smoker tries to pull someone into the hunter lands and the jockey lands. That's great damage.
Or is
Here
going to be
comes
massive.
back into team Frag4 as a oh my, that's nearly an in cap on J Jabbers. G Jabbers
And,
nearly copped a cap.
And I'd hate to single someone out, but I feel like they could even
Brian.
do more damage if someone would, you know, on the server. Oh, and he's got a
Attention.
charger. No.
Brian. Clean up on the rubbish aisle.
I think I really heard something.
So what are your bets here? Is Brian landing this charge? Where he's coming from? It's behind the plane, behind the fire. Look at him, he's just going to run it in. Oh, he's pre-charged. Oh no. Oh, he's done it! Oh, 2!
He's got 2 punches.
He's got 2 slaps. Brian's on the fucking board, boys.
I'm reloading.
Do you think they'll survive this tank caution is what I want to know. Do
I
you
mean,
see
They have more health than Frag4 did. So you'd hope so.
Cyberbullies? Do you think they'll make the plane and get out of here? Who's the second tank in the hand of? We'll wonder.
Sure, they got to worry about this hunter. This hunter coming in through the
Bill, who
fire.
is separated by from his team. But
That's
relatively good work by the survivors shutting down everything.
Everything. There's still 2 sets of kills. So 3 survivors still fast. You'd expect them to be able to do something. They just really need to do what Frag4 did and, you know, pressure this tank, especially if he loses his hittables.
I'm reloading.
Bill's out here. Bill's over here.
That build back is chilling on the truck.
He's
Good
trying to
bait.
get closer to the minigun.
Oh, you get close to that minigun, mate. You're in a whole new world of pain. Spitter goes for a solid spit. Nothing much to say on that.
Reloading.
How many extra pills do they have left? No pills by the truck.
No
They've only got
pills.
2 sets on R-Wolf and G-Jabbers. The Hunter pouncing around, betting out some bullets from the Survivor team.
Look at Francis, he wants this melee ski.
Oh, this Francis guy, who is that? Wolf. Hunter gets very well. That's a good clear. That's a good clear. Hunter skated by NF Meister. 9 shots. Now this is a Brian tank. Fat double boom by Sol. Well done, young man. Now this tank is opting to play a bit of a long rock tank, I suppose, just to bleed out the survivors, knowing that the survivors don't have too much health to work. We may see toxic rock tank, TRT, known in the Oz community.
I'm reloading.
Not too fast with Bill chipping away. Remember that rock narrowly misses Bill as 2
Bill's-
infected. Now 3 infected now gang up on Bill, who nearly handles that. Getting punched 3, 4 times, 5, nearly 5 times. The rock nearly lands on Moonrock by Brian would have been the perfect highlight to his miserable SI match so far.
Yeah, just playing it out for the long run.
I feel awful.
You really
Hate
don't love to see it.
I mean, it's a smart play. If I was the tank here and I knew the other team was, bleeding or lossing,
Oh, the
eating
jockey's
SI like
landed
that,
on the
why is G Jabbers all the way there from his team? Doesn't make sense. That rock hits the plane.
Well,
Survivor team
Brian's
are
had enough of the
heavily
rock
split.
tank.
Brian's had enough. He said, look, if I don't commit
Oh,
this
just
tank, I'm
kidding.
gonna have a no hitter.
Back up on your feet.
A
He's
curve
going
rock
for the rock.
going in, missing. Well defeated by Castello.
Reloading.
He's gonna move on to second pass with this, unless he lands a rock here. Unfortunately, it does not. Well done, nice ski onto Peter G Jabber. He hasn't
going
touched a
now?
single hittable yet, though. But opting to play it out long. They've done a good job, the infected, to essentially bleed him out to a very, very slow walking pace.
Oh, he could drop down here on Francis and maybe get this hittable. Is he going for
And he
it?
does. He
Oh, he's
drops down.
whiffed.
He's
Brian
making
whiffing.
his way in now.
Oh, he's
That's
got
a
that,
hittable. That's a well-placed hittable and positioned hittable. That one's sent to Zimbabwe. That one.
Sent to the other
Jockey
side of
running
Delhi.
around gets a scratch onto NF Meister. This spells the end of the home match for Team Cyberbullies. The score's 5-3-3-5, 3-1-4.
So, do you
Now-
think they're gonna go EU or?
We are now going to Blood Harvest team. It's just a prank. Now we will be going to EU, I suppose. The difference of the schools.
Yeah.
Let's just try and get some confirmation. Because that was their home
Just
server.
under
What
2K.
are they? 2K, just under 2K.
Just under 2K. Yeah, just under 2K.
I mean, I think they definitely started to pick up that game a bit more at the end there. I just don't see them beating Frag4 by, 2K points on the EU.
See if they can roll out into. Yeah, roll out. Well, as we're waiting for the for both teams to join the EU, so we'll probably take a break here. Oh, never mind. I've got confirmation from Sol saying no EU game. It's a GG from both teams. I'm just having that confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's confirmed, folks. That is a one match, one absolute domination by team 2 out of 2.
Kind of cut out there. What did you say there?
Frag
domination?
4. A bit of domination, a bit of domination.
Just a
However,
bit.
I will give it to Cyberbullies though, because they really showed up on map 4 and 5. They did. They won
Yeah,
on
I
map
think
4.
just a slow start on. I think it was just
Yeah.
really map 2. Map 3, they had a really bad start to map 3 as well. That didn't help.
Yeah, so I'll just.
Final thoughts on the game?
I think it was exciting. Rajesh had plenty to say on the map. I can tell you that on the game, but it's good to see team Frag4 turn up and just showcase their skills and abilities and prove why they're number 1 seed in the tournament. That being said, I'm not going to take away, like I said, anything from Cyberbullies. They did a good job trying to fight back in the latter half of the game. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to see that, you won't see a home game by the Europeans.
Which
so
is
that
probably how it should have been to
yeah,
start
it
with.
should have
but
been. Yeah, it should have been. But that ends this match. For those of you guys who are looking for the next few matches, I will
We
pull out
actually
the
have a game
schedule
in
here.
30 minutes. Should
30
be
minutes.
Starting 44 biceps versus Lucky Clock, according
Team
to this
NA.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, regions wise, we've got NA vs EU. That is a home and away match. Will be streamed by yours truly, Adam. So everyone hop onto his stream shortly. It's going to be casted by Haraldson, a very common and familiar caster in the EU region. And approximately 1.5 hours from now, we will see Lost in Source play Anoxity, which will be. It says it's a home and away here. I'm not too sure if that's for certain, but that will be streamed by Sir and casted by myself, and I'm dragging Caution into it too. So stick around. 30 minutes till you see the Americans and the Europeans battle off, and then you'll see some. So you got a few of the top seed teams playing against some of the mid-tier teams, and I expect it'll be great matches folding out.
Yeah, it should be. Seems just to be like a bunch of games happening.
Oh,
we
we got a lot of
have
games.
one in 1.5 hours, and then after that we're gonna have another game starting.
4 hours after that, and then 1 hour
Yeah.
after that, and then another hour after that.
So
So-
a lot of games to be played today.
A
Good
lot of
matches,
games.
So
Stick around.
have some fun.
On that note, we will be concluding our stream session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Round 2 dead air taken by Frag4 as they move into round 3 undefeated. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao. Bye. Tata.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night.